With a developing story out of Tell City, Indiana, a 20-year veteran police officer was gunned down after a struggle with a man at a local hospital. It happened just before 1 this morning at Perry County Memorial Hospital. Indiana State Police said Sergeant Heather Glenn was investigating a domestic dispute between 34-year-old Sean Hubert and a female victim. The woman went to the hospital for treatment of her injuries. Sergeant Glenn and others searched for Hubert, who later showed up at that hospital. Police said Glenn attempted to arrest him using a taser, but then Hubert pulled out a gun and shot her. Nearby officers then shot back at that suspect. Both Hubert and Sergeant Glenn died from their injuries. Glenn had worked in Tell City for roughly 20 years. This is a developing story. We'll have much more coming up this evening with our local reporters there on site at 4, 5, and 6. Indiana's Governor Eric Holcomb just released a statement about this, saying, quote, "Our officer has dedicated nearly 20 years to serving the citizens of Perry County and Tell City, and now her family needs our love and support more than ever. Janet and I will hold her loved ones in our hearts during this painful time as they try and find peace and solace." New information today at noon. Police say the suspect in the death of a woman shot at Westport Village over the weekend has taken his own life. A 35-year-old, Ashley Yates, died at the hospital after police found her outside a store there at the shopping center off Her Lane. Isaiah Kim Martinez is following this developing story. He'll have more coming up beginning at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Today, a man accused of killing his mother is expected back in court. Gavin Perkins had the initial murder charges dropped, but spent years in Central State Hospital after he was found incompetent to stand trial. Perkins was released from the facility last month. His family appealed that decision with the Attorney General's office about that release that had led to a second murder indictment and now another arrest. He is expected in court at 2 today. It started as a call for an overdose, but in fact, police say it's now a homicide case after a woman is shot by a man who was 1 floor below her. Charles Webster is charged in the death of Gwendolyn Smith. It happened on Cambridge Drive. Court documents reveal Webster admitted he was holding a handgun in the basement when it discharged, causing a bullet to go through the ceiling to the first floor, hitting Smith. She died at the hospital. Her autopsy revealed Smith suffered a gunshot wound to the chest. Today marks 8 years since the disappearance of Crystal Rogers. The Bardstown mother of 5 disappeared over the 4th of July weekend in 2015. Her boyfriend at the time, Brooks Houck, was named the main suspect but never charged. Well, her mother, Sherry Ballard, released a statement this morning saying, "I can't believe it's been 8 years, but the FBI and everyone involved is working extremely hard to find justice for Tommy and Crystal. I want to say thank you to everyone for all their love and prayers. It's meant a lot to me, and one day God will answer them all." More local news here at noon. Take a look at this scene from the Russell neighborhood just Sunday. And fortunately, there were no major injuries from this crash involving a TARC bus and another driver who police say ran a red light. Our Connor Steffen spoke to neighbors who saw it all happen.
Very loud. It was really, really, really loud.
The sounds have since faded here at Market and 22nd Street.
Thank God it was nobody in there.
But the sights,
There's somebody in there, they was finished.
stand as a powerful reminder.
It was really scary. It was really scary for me.
Nakia Murphy was on her way to the store just down the road, but instead found herself just feet away from this.
It was like a movie, startling.
Kimberly Hayes saw it too. A TARC bus lodged in the side of Clippa City Barbershop. LMPD said the accident happened around 7 in the morning when a driver ran a red light.
He was just running lights. He didn't care.
And ran straight into the bus.
She also hit the utility pole.
Before landing inside a beloved Russell neighborhood business.
Those who saw this accident happen said it's something you will not soon forget. You can still see rubble lining the street here. Even worse off is the barber shop right down the road.
It's sad. It's just a sad situation. I don't think there's any kind of ease and comfort that someone could tell me had it been my building.
An LMPD spokesperson said 2 passengers were on the bus with the driver at the time of the crash. All 3 were treated at U of L. The driver of the car and their passenger also received treatment. The injuries aren't serious, which comes as a relief to neighbors.
I don't know what I could say to them to ease that kind of tragedy.
Still, it's hard to ignore the immense loss.
That man had lost his business. Just because of the guy about him driving like he was on a racetrack.
A tragic outcome these people say could have been prevented.
Red means stop and yellow means slow down. It's more beneficial for you to obey the traffic laws than to cause this.
Line crews worked diligently throughout Sunday with a lot to clean up, restoring power for a few thousand people in the area. No matter the progress, this storefront, or what's left of it, a reminder for these neighbors of the damage that can't be repaired overnight. Connor Steffen, WHAS11 on your side.
Right now, all the power in that area has been restored. Louisville's crisis call diversion program just expanded. That program, which launched last year, gives MetroSafe dispatchers an option to transfer 911 calls to social workers. City leaders have been pleased with the program's progress so far, which is partly why they've approved this latest expansion to the program's workforce and hours. The diversion program now operates from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. This is not the first expansion. The latest came in March when it began serving all 8 divisions across the metro. And as of this weekend, 7 County Services officially has 20 staff members dedicated to the deflection response, including 6 over at MetroSafe and 13 mobile crisis response teams out in the field.
You're going to find people who are skeptic of anything, but I think everybody on it, they were motivated. They really loved what they were doing. It showed in their daily work, and there was a hunger for more of it. So they were ready to spread it all across the land.
So take a look at your screen right now. You will see some benchmarks the program uses to measure its progress since March of last year. The diversion program has led to more than 1,400 crisis triage worker encounters. If you're interested in a job with this program, you can head to our website, WHAS11.com, to find out more information.